start this beautiful Sunday. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Ole. Vamos. Vamos to Barcelona.
Everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Tahmoh.
Good morning, my friend.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Good. How was your night last night?
Well,
I was with you, so I should know.
yes. When we were sitting beside each other.
Yeah, we were.
My night was well.
We actually spent most of the night talking to each other, so. But I had fun.
We went to a fantastic restaurant that I had the pleasure of going to twice last year with you guys.
Oh, wow.
Did we go twice? You didn't go. You didn't go one night because you were playing.
Yes.
But Pierre Luigi's.
Pierre Luigi. Great place. It's like our tradition on Saturday night to go to Pierre Luigi.
It's not a tradition, and it's actually La Piergia Luigia. I think I messed up the name.
It was actually different this year because we sat inside.
Yes, this is.
And also, we might dispel a rumor that we got really drunk, and that's why we pushed an hour this morning. We're not just drunk. We were very tired. I mean, it wasn't a crazy night. We really just ate dinner. Yeah, there was wine at dinner. Yeah.
A little bit of wine, a civilized amount of wine for adult men, and one woman,
Yeah.
couple women.
Yeah, maybe more than a civilized amount.
Well,
But it was really nothing crazy.
I mean, it really depends on the size of the person, I would say, or the alcohol tolerance. There's a lot more geography here, so I could put a lot of booze in like one leg, even, you know.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I have an amazing alcohol tolerance.
And then we just walked home. Misha and I grabbed a cab halfway home because we were tired of walking.
Yeah, you guys did, didn't you?
Yeah. I was over it. No more walking.
Yeah, when you're just done, you're done. It was good. In comparison to last year, where we kind of had a lot of fun every night, we took it relatively easy last night.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a crazy. I didn't wind up in a fountain, as I've been known to do. I had no banana hammock headlocks. We went home, and then we got to the hotel at like 1. And I said to Misha, "Do we have another drink?" And he was like, "No, man, I'm going to bed." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally going to bed." I don't even know why. That was a test, and you passed. So then we went to bed, and we were just super, super tired. So that's why, what? Yes, we went to bed together. That's why I'm so tired. I wound up back in my room, and I don't even know what for, I guess.
I hear Misha's a beast in bed.
Oh, unbelievable. He did things. He made Richard seem like...
I knew there was something about you this morning. You just had a glow.
I kind of...
You just got a little glow. You had this little smirk.
Yeah.
And there's just a little more pep in this.
Yes. Yes. I danced into the room. I've learned a lot about myself this weekend. It's the tutu. It all started with the tutu. Richard would be so uncomfortable when we're making these jokes.
That's funny. I think we could go on and on like this. Maybe we should take a question or two. Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Question? Hi. Thank you, and I love it. One sec. Let me get that mic working. Hey.
Yeah, so thanks for being so nice and kind to everybody here. And I wanted to ask you a question. If Chuck and Gadriel would ever meet and you consider our headcanon that Chuck is God, what would they say to each other?
Do you want to act it out?
Sure. Gadriel. can rise. It's okay. It's okay. God loves you. You're just misinterpreted. I'm gonna go back in my cave, and there'll be 6 more weeks of winter. You really went there. You're a fucking great actor. You just cried at my shoulder.
I really needed to get that out.
I was freaking phoning it in, and you cried on my shoulder.
Did you see how I adjusted you? So
Yes.
the camera got you better? Because I knew that.
That is a professional. You know what?
In the middle of crying.
I'm in the midst of greatness. Jesus Christ, Meryl Streep. That's amazing.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I wanted to ask Rob about Bad Bad Men.
Oh, yeah. Bad Bad Men is a movie that Rich and I were both in last year. We both have kind of cameos in the movie, but they're these filmmakers that we met at another film festival, and they called us and they said, "Hey, would you come to Memphis and do a bit in our movie?" And we're like, "Sure." They sent us the script, and it was really, really funny. And then these independent filmmakers that have made like 5 movies, that you wouldn't have known, but they're like quality movies. And if you've made it, then when you get into the filmmaking process, like making your own thing, like The Sidekick, which was 30 minutes long, destroyed me. Like that was a hard job. So when someone can make a 2-hour movie, you go, hats off to you, and it works and it's good. And so anyway, they're film circuit guys. They do these things. They take them to all the film circuit, the film festival circuits, and so they called us, and the script was really funny. And Rich and I are not in it together. We're in 2 different parts of it. We weren't even in Memphis at the same time.
What's the name again?
Bad Bad Men.
Bad Bad Man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
And I think they just finished it, so we'll see it soon. And hopefully you will be able to see it too. I'll tweet it out if I know where it's playing. At first, I'm sure it'll be at film festivals, But if it's anything like the script, it'll be a really funny movie. And I play a gun shop owner who gets robbed, but it's okay with it. It's kind of a funny bit. So.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Hi.
Hi.
So my question's for Rob.
Okay.
I'm not gonna giggle again like last year.
Okay.
My question is about your stand-up, and if you'd ever go back to it, or if you find it helps, like doing channels and stuff.
Oh, that's a really great question. Yes, I used to do stand-up comedy. Probably, about 15 years ago, and I did it for about 3 years, and it was incredible. It was a super fun experience. I met a lot of great people, and I saw myself sort of going down that route of like, okay, now I'm a stand-up comedian, and I really always wanted to be an actor. And I really loved comedy, but it was pulling me away from that. I didn't want to tour around and go to colleges and do my 5 minutes. And the other thing is a lot of comedians are really tough to be around. They're complicated people, comedians, stand-up comedians.
Well, I can imagine.
Yeah,
I don't know that. I'm not really privy to it, but I can imagine.
Yeah, they're complicated individuals. I mean, I love them and respect so many of them. And then, we used to do, Zach Galifianakis and I did several shows together, and he was like an exception. He's a remarkable dude. He's a really cool dude, and so freaking funny. So anyway, I had a great experience. I got to work with a lot of great comedians, and at the end of it, I decided, okay, I think I'm just going to do a 1-person show and do all my best material for an hour, and then call it quits. And that's what I did. I did a show in LA in 2003, and then that was it. So I do get that same kind of rush when we do these onstage talks, and it honestly does fulfill that for me. Twitter kind of fulfills that for me. I have a funny random thought and I tweet it out, I'm like, okay. Where I used to write it down in my car obsessively and then do it in stand-up, So I would never say that I'll never do it again, but right now I get that same rush doing these onstage talks, and but I'm always like, can I ever do that again? So maybe.
That's fantastic you did that, because it's widely considered the scariest art form. Like, being a comic, being up on stage by yourself and trying to make people laugh. Ooh.
And that's why it breeds these complicated personalities I'm talking about. Like,
I can imagine.
You know, almost put you on the defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scariest thing. I had a show called Die Laughing, where that was where Zach would come and do that show, and Tig Notaro and all these people that have sort of gone on to be stand-up comedians. And then several times I went and did shows, other people's shows, or shows at the Laugh Factory where I didn't know anybody. There were like tour buses of people in there, and that's so scary.
Oh, it's gotta be terrible.
And some nights they love it, and you're like, God, I rock.
Yeah.
And then some nights they don't get it, and you're like, I'm awful.
Something that just killed it the night before,
Yeah.
and somebody laughs,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
falls flat the next night.
Totally.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had a whole joke about how, like, this is the not joke version. This is the actual. All my stuff was real stories. But one time, I was in line for a new Pearl Jam album, and they gave me a poster and like a hat that said Pearl Jam. And I was like super excited about it, and I went down into the like parking garage. And this carload of dudes like pulls in front of me, and one of them goes, "Nerd!" like out his window, and I looked around behind me, and like I was like, "Oh my god, I'm a nerd!" Like, am I a nerd? You know? And it was like, and then I said to my wife, like, "Honey, am I a nerd?" And she's like, "No, those are just cool guys." And I was like, well, wait a minute.
I'm not a cool guy, honey.
So I am a nerd. So anyway, I had this joke. I just sort of come back on that, and I did it to these like high school kids. It was like at a tour bus full of high school kids, and it didn't go over right. And then one of them goes, "Nerd." I was like, no. See, the joke is
You're not supposed to.
you're laughing with me, not at me. So, but anyway. But it was great. Maybe someday I will. Maybe someday I'll do like that one-person show thing again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi. I tried to get it to go before me, but so Robbie mentioned you use Twitter as sort of a comedic outlet, if you will, and also like announcing projects and stuff. I wanted to ask Tahmoh, because you tweet out a lot of articles and sort of more severe, serious tweets, like
A very serious person.
Well, it seems like more of
social media.
like you seem to like have an idea of what you want to do with the platform that you have on Twitter, and I was wondering if you have like an agenda.
Well, because I'm relatively new to Twitter, I'm actually, if you Facebook for me, I don't really do the fan Facebook thing. I mean, it's attached to the Twitter feed. I've been on Facebook, for years, but for me, it's actual friends and family. That's who, it's my community on there, and I'm very, very, very political, and I rant, and I say the stuff that I won't often say publicly, or and it's impossible to say in 140 characters. And I would never subject you guys to it. I've decided long ago that Twitter is mostly an informative thing for me. I tried early on. I try to find my own thing with it. And for me to be consistent with it, I just try. I'm a voracious reader of all articles, and I'm interested in a ton of different things. So whenever I read something that interests me, that I really enjoy, and I think might interest you guys, I just tweet it out. It's mostly what I do. But I can't help throwing in some political things here and there, because I'm very unhappy with the present government in Canada. And it's hard for me not to be vocal about that and educate people about certain things. But otherwise, I'm doing my best to be positive and what have you on Twitter.
Yeah.
But it is hard for me to be consistent in terms of communication on it. There's only so much time in the day, and I have a hard enough time juggling my loved ones and those closest to me, and work, and being outside, and not being attached to my effing phone all the time. Do you know what I mean? Which is really important for my own sanity. So I'm trying. I'll do better for you.
No,
There is an agenda,
like a
but
negative thing. It was just a genuine question because I'm
I guess-
curious to know.
yeah, like I said.
I mean, you look from my experience with you, like you're also a really intelligent guy, and to hear you argue about something, you make valid points, and it's
but not
it's-
on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, yeah, on Twitter, like I've tried in the beginning, sometimes I got sucked into it. Thank you for those nice compliments, but a couple times, I'd be, in the beginning, I was like, I want to keep this really positive, but here's an issue I feel strongly about, and then I tweet about it, and someone from the other side, or someone who had a different idea than I did, would kind of start a discussion with me, and I'm like, I don't know where to go with this. I can't do this. I need so much more room to speak and time, and it's just not appropriate too. So much is misinterpreted through just text also. You know what I mean? As we all know.
There's a good example of this is actually Mark Pellegrino on Twitter because he is quite argumentative. And he's also very intelligent, very well read,
Yeah.
but also
Fantastic
very opinionated and quite radical for me anyway. He's quite out there in terms of what he believes. And he does get, I've had long Twitter conversations with him, and it does, you misunderstand each other and you can't get your point across it. And
Yeah, it's hard. You got to be careful. You know what I mean with it. So for me, that's what I'm still relatively new to the Twitter thing. I think I've been doing it just a few years now, and I finally got on board, and I've kind of found my own little groove with it.
yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually try to shy away from that because I don't like confrontation.
Yeah.
But even if I skirt an issue that says my real feelings about something, because I definitely have opinions.
Of course.
I'm just not ready to argue about it.
Yeah.
And someone will try to spark a conversation like, whoa, wait, what did you
mean by that?
And I'll be like, no, I'm not gonna.
You want to.
Yeah, I've deleted tweets just because I don't want that to be.
For sure. I'm the same way. I'm sitting there. Sometimes people make a really ignorant comment or something, and I'm
Don't do it. Yeah. Real quick, the text thing too. It's difficult because it's hard to a lot of my the way I express myself is through facial expressions and energy and I always want to put an exclamation point after every sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So listen, I didn't love it that you didn't come to dinner last night, but that doesn't mean that. Otherwise, people are like, wow, what an a-hole.
It's the sign of the times, man.
Hey, I've got a question for Tahmoh.
Yes.
So around the time I was watching Goodreal and Supernatural, I was also catching up on Battlestar Galactica from a friend.
Nice.
And I was wondering, which show did you enjoy working on more, since the characters seem to be total polar opposites?
Well, I mean, they were very different, and Supernatural was a great experience, but it was also only 6 episodes. I did Battlestar for 6 years, and that's a lot of hours and a lot of time on a fantastic show with people that are still almost family now. I'm very close to a lot of that cast still, and we keep in touch, and we still do things together regularly. Some of them have become some of my closest friends. I don't know, Michael Trucco and his wife just came through here a couple nights ago. Some of you saw them. They snuck in to say hi, and they had dinner with us and stayed here and then took off. But yeah, so many of them are very dear to me. So it's hard to compare them, kind of two different things. I had a fantastic experience on SPN, and since then, I've become, we were discussing this last night, very close with this group of guys that I've for about 10 months or maybe 8 months or almost a year, I've been able to see once a month and spend a weekend with. And they're a fantastic group of people, man. They're very, very close, and it's really unique because I've been doing the con thing for a long time, but this is definitely different. They've got their own thing, and that's as a large result because of you guys, because you're such passionate fans, and this is such a very specific and unique fandom. You guys love these guys, you love the show, you love each other. So it's great. Yeah, hard to compare them, but Battlestar was a long, significant chapter in my life.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I want to binge watch that. I'm ashamed that I haven't seen it.
You get around to it. It's hard when you have kids and family and you're as
Right.
busy as you are.
No.
It'll happen.
I usually have to do one show at a time. And I'm trying to think if there's anything because I'm all caught up on Game of Thrones was my show.
It's a little dark and it's very, very, it's It's heavy sort of adult content too. I don't think your kids are quite
No,
ready
no.
to watch it. But
It's
you
af-
and the wife for sure.
It's after bedtime, yeah.
It's definitely after bedtime.
I'm ready.
I think you're ready.
Let me watch it.
He said it. You guys heard him.
All right.
Next con, you just put it on
Come
yourself.
on, it's a long show, 6 seasons. You said he's something very busy.
This is true. You are busy. You are busy. Hi.
Hi.
My question is actually for you, Rob, and about your song Trigger Finger. I was wondering, did you tell Richard what it is about and how did he react to that?
It's funny, yeah, so I had this song Trigger Finger that's on the most recent Loud and Swaying album, and I wrote it about Richard's fear of flying, and really how we used to joke that I'm afraid of everything except flying. So it's like Richard's afraid of flying, Rob's afraid of everything else. And so that was the one time that I could be the rock, Now his fear of flying has since subsided a bit because we fly so much. But still, it can be very annoying because whenever he feels turbulence, he has to take off my earphones and go, "Did you feel that?" A little bit of. And I used to think he was doing a bit. I was like, "Come on, I'm watching me." He was like, "No, but he has to open up the shade and we got to look out." And I realized it was a serious thing. So I wrote a song about it. And the first time I played it for him, we were in Milan, a romantic weekend in Milan. The whole story about when there was only one bed in the room. Anyway, that was the same weekend. And I played him a demo of Trigger Fingers. I'd just written it, so I played him a demo, just me singing it. And he didn't give much of a reaction, and I was a little bummed. And, because I wrote a song about you, dude. I wrote songs about a lot of people. And then I don't think I had his full attention is what it was, because he's a bit ADD. And then, it's not clinical, but I diagnosed him. You can tell him I said it. And so then later the band recorded it and I played it for him and he really kind of sat down with it and he still didn't say anything. And then one day after a show, he sees us play it all the time now. I'm like, "Hey man, you never really said, do you like that?" And he's like, "I love it, man. It's awesome. And it's like one of your best songs." So it's funny because Rich he's such a funny dude, and he really is a loving guy too. But he's not a guy that says, "Hey, I love you, man." He's not that kind of guy, and I totally am. I'm a very affectionate person. He's not as affectionate, but then he'll do little things like that. That's one of your best songs ever, and I know that's a huge compliment for me.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
It's a big deal when you have that buddy who doesn't normally do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fantastic.
So yes, he likes it. He approves. Thank you.
I was going to ask him again about that later, what he was thinking. So.
I can't wait to hear his answer. Because I'm sure it'll be masked in a sort of no big deal.
See if he will even answer because Marcus at this panel too, and he doesn't like people to answer questions. So.
All right. Oh
We will
dear.
see.
Oh dear. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Good luck. And just know that whatever happens, underneath it all, Richard's saying, "I love it. I love that song."
Hi guys.
Hi.
My question already been asked, so I just found another one. How would you imagine playing each other's character if Rob would cast for Gabriel and if Tahmoh would cast for Chuck?
I mean, it would be hard because, first of all, what Tahmoh brings to a character, I don't necessarily have that. I don't know what the word is, gravitas.
I would say the same thing. I would say exactly the same thing. I don't know that I could bring what you bring to. I think I think it's safe to say that we bring two very different things. We're not often going to be going into the room for the same role.
Never, yeah.
Very rarely.
Yeah, unless it's we're either going to go that way or we're going to go this way.
Unfortunately, that's how the business works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I played Gadriel, it would be a very different version.
Very different version of Gabrielle. Yeah.
It'd be a very different version of Chuck. It'd be more,
Do you think they'd still have us in the same wardrobe? Do you think he'd be wearing the leather jacket and the hoodie?
And he'd be wearing,
He'd rock it well.
It'd be fun.
yeah, I'd be badass leather jacket and you'd be in a robe. Drinking whiskey.
Yes.
I think because when they first find me, I'm like a writer in my house wearing a robe, drinking whiskey, who are you at the door, get away sort of guy. But I think you would be sort of the Tennessee Williams version of that or something. Or you would be who's the guy, the playwright? Anyway, you'd be more like the angrier, break the glass. Who are you?
Pull a Hemingway or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be 3 sheets to the wind when I answer the door.
Exactly, yeah. You're
Writing about impotence.
get off my porch. So it would definitely be a different way to go.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
wanted to ask Rob, who do you think is Jack's favorite angel, if he has one?
Ah, jeez, that's a tough question. Well, I mean, look, they're all great. You know, they're really. They're great. They're all.
I'm right here.
I mean,
I'm right here.
Gabrielle would be probably my favorite of all the angels.
You put me in prison for thousands of years out of love to teach me a lesson.
I did. Okay, we can talk about this later, but again, there's some misinterpretation going on. It was a bad text. You didn't know what I meant about the text. When I said 1,000 years, what I really meant was. But yeah, I mean, Gabrielle is the coolest. I think Castiel is like the one that you want to be your best friend. And then there's Gabriel, who's like the one that you cheat on your wife with. Not me. So they're all great. I mean, I know there are other ones too, and I can't think of them right now. And there are lots of angels. And I can't play favorites with my angels, you know what I mean? I got a business to run. I'm God and everything. So yeah, so right in this moment, this guy here, is it big and he can beat me up?
Hi. My question is a random one. I was wondering if you could choose any language right now that you will right away be able to speak fluently.
Italian.
Which would it be?
Italian. And honestly, I think that we can both agree we're not just saying that to kiss your ass. Like,
No,
it's.
I'm not Italian, so.
No, or your plural ass, I guess. Are you
European asses?
Are you Brazilian?
No.
Spanish?
Turkish.
Turkish. I hear Turkey's beautiful. I want to go to. I would love to speak Italian.
Italian is pretty
Fantastic.
Yeah, and the accent is just so great.
I love how animated you guys are. The way you speak and everything, the hands, is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't do that. We don't do that, but I want to do it.
Yeah. And I'm sure that they would think that's not what we do, but like, that's what you do. And yeah, I even love like talking in a bad Italian accent with English. You know what I mean?
We've been doing it the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, we've been doing it together, and we probably look and sound very ridiculous.
Right.
We think we're pretty funny.
Yeah, we do.
And kind of cool at the same time, especially after a couple glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Lesson number 1. Here.
What'd you say?
Lesson number 1.
Number 1 here.
Oh, lesson number 1 is right over there. We have to sit there to get our first lesson. Well, it's good to know we have tutors. We have a lot of tutors in the audience. Good. Excellent. Well, I feel really good about ¿Cómo está right now? ¿Cómo está?
You feel good about it?
¿Cómo está?
He's doing it.
¿Cómo está? I'm a real slow Italian speaker.
I think it's-
¿Cómo está?
It's like you're dropping something. Almost died. He's like,
¿Cómo está?
what side were we on? Hey, no, wait. Oh, over here.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to know what has been your favorite thing about this weekend so far?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
The weekend so far.
I had some shrimp last night that were just so good.
The like deep fried shrimp or this the shrimp?
No, the shrimp dish?
Yeah.
The shrimp dish.
But the deep fried shrimp is pretty great too because it was with the shell on.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do I do with the shell? I'm like, eat it. So I'm like,
Pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
the favorite thing about the weekend. Well, you know, I had a great shopping day with Richard and Jensen and Jason on Thursday.
These guys have been rocking their new jackets.
Got some new jackets.
Keep talking about the store every day, and I'm really jealous because I didn't get to go shopping.
I'm sorry, Tahmoh. But you already dress cool.
I'm gonna go shopping in Barcelona, though.
Barcelona.
Yes.
And I would also say Friday night I thought was really fun. That was really great. You know,
What did we do?
We did some table dates around the tables.
Oh, yeah. I was awake for it, so I was really happy.
I was like, I'm always pleasantly surprised by the Italian version of that, because in the States, that's something the fans don't really love and we don't really love, and we don't do it anymore. Now we have that Saturday night concert.
And I'm really happy that it doesn't happen, because it was always really forced in the States.
Right.
When I did it.
Right. And you're going, oh, it's a slog. But here, it's like, it's over before you know it. I mean, for you, it may be a different experience, because I know it's hard to wait, and we don't get a lot of time at every table, yes. But we're having fun, and like for me to meet people from like 25 to 30 different countries, and like I'm such an American kid. I haven't traveled much. I never traveled much, and you know I was born and raised in Missouri. You know I wasn't on a plane until I was 16 years old, and that was to Chicago.
Wow.
So you know I've been to Italy and I've been to England and now Germany, but like I haven't been a lot of places. So if someone says you know they're from the Ukraine or they're from you know Siberia, Kazakhstan, you know, and I go like, wow, what? That's crazy, you know. So it's a mind-blowing thing for me going around the tables and I was wearing a tutu and we're doing shots. And I thought it was super fun.
It's a great show. It really is, though. It's fantastic to come here. You know, a convention in Rome. It's Rome. They asked me if I wanted to do this. They didn't finish asking me. They were like, "Would you like to do a convention in Rome, Italy?" I was like, "Yes." So yes, let's make it happen. Done. Send me the contract.
If you didn't have Tahmoh in your Kings of Camp project, what storyline would you write for him?
Well, I can tell you, we've already started to write one for him. And I can't tell you the whole thing, but it has to do with we've decided, actually I don't know if I told you this the other night, Tahmoh won't be Tahmoh, he's playing someone else, but he is someone that Richard goes to work out to try to get bigger muscles and whatnot. And he works
whoop his ass and shake.
Yeah, and he works him out so hard that Richard can't move. So yeah, no, he's a trainer, and there's a whole workout that goes on, so it's going to be really funny. Yeah.
I can't wait.
We've already got like all the episodes outlined and ready to go, so yeah, very excited for you all to see it.
She's asking if you could maybe play a little bit for her.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, play.
That question was for Tahmoh.
Yes. Has anyone seen my saxophone?
I love you, Rob. What should I play?
Shake it off!
Right. I said, hey, to a polar bear. He said he liked it here, but not over there. That's what it's like inside the dragon's lair. The ice is fading back. It's like singing, it's like teaching architecture to an Eskimo. You can show me anything you know. survive all night.
Right. Rob and Jason, I got a chance to remember you all that Monday night they will perform at the JIB6. So, okay?
Thank you,
Who will be at the JIB6 Monday? We're going to have a great concert. And now, put your hands together for Tahmoh and Rob once again. Thank you.